So now, shifting our focus towards what I feel
Yeah.
is the central part of this interview. You are going to host, or rather, stage the play La Casa de Bernarda Alba, which in English translates to the House of Bernarda Alba, by the famous Spanish playwright Federico Garcia Lorca. Firstly, tell us, Shomik, when and where is the play going to be staged? How can people get tickets for the play? And later on, what inspired you to choose doing this play? And somewhere your connection with Lorca, and what relevance does it have for audiences in Delhi today? I know too many questions, but
Right.
we can go
No,
one by
I'll try to put it the way
one.
in my way. So first of all, the play is being premiered on the 13th of December
Yeah.
at the LTG Auditorium in Delhi, which is on Copernicus Marg, opposite Mandi House, and at 6:30 p.m. So the tickets are available on Book My Show, and you can also get in touch with us,
Mhm.
and tickets will also be available at the venue. So that's how, and we would love people to come in and watch, and we've also mentioned that we encourage students to come in and watch plays and watch theatre. So we offer a discount of 10% across all ticket categories to students with valid ID cards of their education institutions.
Mhm.
So this is our way to encourage students to come and watch theatre. So that's one. And second, why did we take this play and how this came about? So we have, within our organization, we have a culture of regular theatre practice. So one is the physical practice of theatre, where we go through regular workshops, and all our members have to go through these mandatory workshops to prepare themselves for any theatre. Because for us, we believe that theatre is not just standing up on stage and acting. And so we conduct workshops for ourselves every Sunday morning. So all of us come together and do workshops and exercises on theatre. We have many members within our organization who have never been on stage, but they come for the workshops because they feel that it gives them a lot of happiness, and it helps them to develop. So this was a question you asked, that how students are benefited with theatre,
Mhm.
and we've seen students becoming much more confident after theatre. So what we keep on saying, that theatre gives me a chance to live life twice, because the real life doesn't give you a chance. But theater is a safe space for me. Our studio is a safe space, and it teaches me, gives me lessons. If I make a mistake, there's no one judging me there, and no one telling me that you shouldn't have done this, you should have done that. So that gives us a safe space where we practice, and then we execute when we go out
Mhm.
in our lives. So we have many people within our group who have never been on stage, but they like being as part of it because they say it gives them a lot of self-confidence. And we've seen children becoming very self-confident, becoming much more, being able to public speaking, being able to express much more freely after theater sessions. So anyway, so that's one part of our practice. The other part is we regularly read plays. So that's the academic part that we do. So we have a mentor with us in Mr. Shomik Ray, who's a noted theatre and film scholar in Kolkata. So for many years, he has been taking weekly classes for us. And so we read theatre basically with him and understand theatre. So as part of that, we read classics, and about a year back, we started reading Lorca. And so we started reading his poetry, and we started reading different plays. So we read Blood Wedding and all other plays of Lorca. And then we came to the House of Bernarda Alba. And once we were reading this, it immediately had a connection with us, because I said you know, we look for social expressions. And immediately this particular play had a connection with us, because we felt this is what is happening today. This cannot be more relevant than it is today. And the best part of it was it's not evident. The play conceals more than what it reveals. And the situation, the setting of the play, the historical context of the play is so interesting. Lorca writes this play at the peak of the French Revolution, sorry, the Spanish Revolution, and he is killed a few months after that. Just about 3 months after that, Lorca is killed. And apparently, if you follow the storyline, the story is about love, betrayal, and hate. So we talked amongst ourselves that this man, who is an out and out political revolutionary, a poet, cannot be writing a simple play on love, hate, and betrayal at a time when he was actually moving from one hiding to another. That's not possible. So once you start reading through it, you realize that it's a very strong play about political oppression. And so we thought that we must take this play. And this is a sort of a situation we are going through now. Taking away freedom of expression, confinement. So everything that you see around, you can find similarities what we are going through in the world, not necessarily in our country, but all places. The right wing extremism and the suppression of the common people. And what was interesting is it was a challenge for us, because traditionally for the last many years we've been working on gender issues. And it was so easy for the bigger group to label this play as gender insensitive. Because if you read through the play, there's so much of body shaming happening, so much of objectification of the women's body that is happening. So it was very easy for the bigger group to discount this as a gender insensitive play. But then we had to sit together and think that there is a reason why there is no man in the play. This is an all-woman play. Why would Lorca write an all-woman play and not include a single man in it? And when almost looks like the central character is a man. And then we said, yes, the reason is gender has to be taken away from the equation. If you take gender away from the equation, then the story becomes that of oppression. Then you're no longer worried about a man demeaning a woman or objectifying a body for a man. Then you're talking about suppression of expression, you're talking about suppression of thoughts, you're talking about confinement, you're talking about just bombarding with one's own, with the powerful over the powerless. And then you have the social issues there, the social classes, the haves and the have-nots. And all those elements are there in the play. And so it took us, I would say, 6 months to break the play down and the entire group to come on one page on what the play actually wants to say. And then all of us were sort of on the same page that, yes, we want to do this.